Welcome, and now we come to the final method, our third method of solving linear systems. We already learned graphing, which was really fun. It was where the point of intersection was the solution. That was one method. Then we learned last time substitution, where you solve for one variable and then you substitute in. This time we're going to solve by a method called elimination. And in elimination, just like it sounds, your goal is to eliminate x or y, and you have to do that in a special way. And also, elimination is best used when both equations are in what we call standard form. So you've already learned slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Now we're going to learn, again, we're going to review what standard form looks like. It's ax plus by equals c. So we have an x and a y. A, b, and c. A, b, and c are some type of integers. Like you could have 2x plus 3y equals 30 or something like that. And you can, and x and y are the variables. So we're going to solve these linear systems. But sometimes you have to manipulate the equations, so that's a very important word here. Manipulate means you need to, we're going to manipulate them by multiplication, multiplying by what we call the least common multiple. You did this in 5th grade, 6th grade. It's called the LCM of both numbers, and I'm going to go over what that looks like here in a sec. But we're going to be multiplying by the LCM, and what we're going to want to do is we're going to get them to be opposites. That's our goal, because we want to add the equations together. It's a lot easier. So let's take a look at the walkthrough. Method 3, solving systems by elimination. Here we have 7x plus 10y equals 36, negative 2x plus y equals 9. So you can see if I added these equations together, let's say I added these right now. So let's imagine that I'm going to add these equations together. What am I going to get if I add these together? If I drew an addition line and I added, I'd get 5x. This is a 1y, so I'd get 11y, and 36 plus 9 is 45. So this doesn't help. Doesn't help to eliminate anything. So I say to myself, oh no. So I need to manipulate. Both equations. Let's say I wanted to eliminate x. Okay, so if I want to eliminate x, if I want to eliminate x and add the equations, okay, well then I'm going to need to get a least common multiple of the, when I add them up, I want to get 0x. My goal is to get 0x, so then it's gone. 0 times x equals 0. How can I do that? Well, I know that if I can get that to be, I need to find the LCM between 7 and 2. That's multiples. So if I count 7, 14, 21, 28, and I count by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, I see that the first number they both get to will be 14. That's really nice. Okay. So I want to get these to be 14, so I need to multiply. So multiply equation number 1 by 2. And I notice, look, they're opposite signs. So if I add them together, they're going to eliminate. And so I multiply equation number 2. I don't want to multiply it by 2. I want to multiply it by 7. Okay, because then if I did equation 1 times 2, everything's going to double. I'm going to get 14x plus 20y, so equals 72. That's equation number 1 times 2. If this one, I want to multiply it times 7. So let's see, if I multiplied by 7, I'd have negative 14x. 7 times y is 7y. 7 times 9 is 63. That was equation number 2 times 7. Now I'm, sorry about that. Okay, now if I add them together, 14x plus 14x is 0x. So I've eliminated x. So I'm very happy about that. I add these together, I get 27y, and this is 5, and that's 13, that's 135. So 27y equals 135. So if I divide by 27, I get y equals 5. So I'd have one solution. I still need to find the other solution. So I could put this 5 in for y. I would get negative 2x plus 5 equals 9. Subtract 5. Negative 2x equals 4, so x equals negative 2. So I'd get my answer, but I'd also need to write it as an ordered pair, negative 2 comma 5, like that. That's if I wanted to eliminate x. Let's say I wanted to eliminate y. Okay. Let's say I wanted to eliminate y. Well, if I'm looking at y, I need, that's 10y, the least common multiple, and that's a 1y. So the LCM is going to be equal to 10. So I need to get it to 10. But they're also, they need to be opposite signs. So I need opposite signs. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take equation number 1, and I'm going to multiply it times negative 1, and equation number 2 I'll multiply times 10, and then the signs will be opposite, so I can add them together. So if I multiply times negative 1, I'm going to get negative 7x minus 10y equals negative 36. It's easy if you multiply by negative to just change each sign. If you multiply times negative 1, I mean. So if I multiply this equation 1 times negative 1, this was equation number 1 times negative 1, then I'm in really good shape. Okay, so now I need to take equation number 2 times 10. Okay, well I'm going to get negative 20x plus 20y, oh I'm sorry, 10y equals 90. And so negative 10 plus 10, that was my 0y, and I eliminated. Here I'm adding negative 7x minus 20x is negative 27x. Negative 36 plus 90, okay, well, the signs are opposite, so we're going to subtract the numbers and take the value sign of the larger number. So 90 minus 36 is 54. And now I have negative 27x equals 54. I'm going to divide by negative 27. So x equals negative 2. And again, I have to go back, and I know what x is. This is the same answer I got. It should be, of course. Negative 2, that's right. Okay. And I put negative 2 in there for x. I'm going to get negative 2 times negative 2 plus y equals 9 positive 4 plus y equals 9, so then y would have to equal 5, because 4 plus 5 equals 9. And of course, I'd write it as an ordered pair. The solution is negative 2, 5. You want to put it as an ordered pair, x, y, solution. And that's what this walkthrough is going to walk you through on the rest of it. I'll leave this for a second. And we'll just get our highlighter or the variable terms aligned. That's another important thing. You got to make sure the variable terms are aligned. So this is a variable term with x as the variable, aligned vertically. Are they aligned? If the variable terms are not aligned vertically, that means they're in the same column, just like place value when you're adding. So these are aligned. Okay. If they were not aligned right, you'd have to rewrite them. Okay, so you can manipulate the equation. That's what we just talked about. In this example, I chose to eliminate the variable term with x. Okay, and we went through that. The nice way to do this is to take your equation, make a little arrow, and then determine what you're going to multiply by. And that's very nice. You work from left to right, multiplying all terms. All terms. All terms. So that's why everything doubled. Double, double. Times 7. 1 times 7. 7 times 9. Then you can add the equations together. If you did it wrong, you won't eliminate. But if you did it right, you eliminate. Eliminated. And then you solve it for y. Pick an equation. Of course, equation number 2 is a little easier since we already know what y equals. Let's pick equation 2, which is here. And we substitute in for the y. Little inverse operations here. It's a 2-step. 7th grade standard. Subtract 5 from both sides, eliminating the 5s, dividing by negative 2. 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. Of course, you get your answer, but you're not quite done yet. You have to write your solution as an ordered pair x, y. Okay. So let's take a look at what it looks like on one of the problems here. We have problem 4 and problem 5. Okay, problem 1 and 2, sorry about that. Problem 1 and problem 2. So if we look at problem 1 and 2, we can eliminate x. Okay, to eliminate x, you'd multiply by, you want to get them to 20. Okay, these signs are the same, so one would have to be negative. These signs are opposite. This is it's much easier to eliminate y, so you don't have to multiply by a negative. In problem 2, you will have to multiply by a negative. So let's do problem 2. It's a little bit harder than this one. In this situation, to eliminate, we'll come back to it. Here, I have to pick. I'm going to pick, I'm just going to write it down. Pick, eliminate. I'm going to eliminate y. It's a little easier. I'm going to multiply by the LCM. Is 10, so I need to get it to 10, but the signs have to be opposite. So the top one, I'm going to multiply times negative 5, and the bottom one times positive 2. Okay, so everything times negative 5. Negative 15x plus 10y equals negative 10. Okay, so everything got multiplied by negative 5, and now here times 2. 10x minus 10y equals 20. And now we're going to add negative 15x plus 10x. What is that? Negative 5x. This is eliminated. Just scratch it out now. Negative 10 plus 20 is 10. All right, pretty simple. Divide by negative 5. X equals negative 2. Elimination is the easiest method. but the equations have to be in standard form for it to be really easy. Okay, we have x equals -2. I'm going to pick one of the equations to solve for. It doesn't matter in this situation, either equation. So let's say I pick equation number 1. And I solve for x, I got to solve for y. So I have 3 times -2 minus 2y equals 2. So you can see, what did I substitute for right here? This x, I put -2 in there for it. All right, 3 times -2 is -6, minus 2y equals 2. I'm going to add 6 to both sides. This is a two-step equation. It should be known. -2y equals 8. Mental math, I'm going to divide by -2 here. And y equals -4. I'm almost done. I've got to put a solution here. The solution is -2 comma -4. It's always your x first and then your y. Okay, with that, you are going to eliminate. You're going to go ahead and work on problem 1 on yourself. Okay, so if you're going to eliminate x, what would you do to equation 1? You'd multiply equation 1. You need to get to 20. You have equation number 1. You'd have to multiply times 5, possibly. And then equation number 2, you multiply times -2. This is times. That'd be everything up there. That is harder than eliminating y. So eliminate y is easier, and the reason is what? Think about it. You wanted the signs to be opposite. Well, they're already opposite, and the LCM is a little easier to get to. The LCM for eliminating y, -2 and 7, we already talked about it. The LCM is 14. So all I have to do is take equation number 1 times 7 and equation number 2 times 2. Super easy. I'm just going to multiply this one times 7 and that one times 2. And go ahead and do that and work it out, and make sure you give your solution as an x and y. There'll be an assignment to upload the image of problem number 1 to get credit for an additional assignment that you actually took these notes and you understand the process.